What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from this eye look, this glowing skin, this glossy nude lip, we are going to be playing with some makeup again today, of course. We're going to be playing with a new collection that has launched. Well, I'm a little bit late to the party because I recently did a video on it like 2 weeks ago, and I absolutely hated the whole look of it, so I scrapped it. I've been moving on with some other videos, and now I'm like coming back and playing with it again, so sorry it took so long, but you know what? We're still going to do a review on it. So we're going to be playing with the new Morphe Bronze Goals 35G palette right here, the new 35 Big Glam palette. We have the GLAMABRONZE Icon Bronzer as well today, and we're going to be playing with the Jeffree Star Morphe brushes. Now, not all of the brushes. I do have 3 sets of this, by the way, because I need backups for my backups, but I am going to be playing with these brushes specifically today. So, of course, if you want to see what the real tea is on these products, what I think of them, and how I got this stunning look, then keep on watching. So please excuse my terrible appearance, pimples everywhere, just breaking out like crazy again, don't really know why, whatever, moving on. So my eye base is on, it is a soft ochre paint pot from MAC, and we're going to dive right into this eye look. So of course, for the eye look today, we're going to be playing with something new and something that just came out, and that is the new Morphe 35G Bronze Goals eyeshadow palette. So of course, the outside is actually very stunning, and you open this up and you get 35 beautiful, bronzy, coppery, metallic-y, and some matte type of shadows for the summertime. It is definitely a very summertime palette, really. Now, I will have to say, I wish there was some more bright in-your-face colors, but at the same time, this is like a bronzed palette, like bronze goddess kind of thing. So I'm gonna go with it. So anyways, we're gonna dive right into this look, but of course we're gonna be using some other fun things that launched from Morphe that I have used in a previous video, and then it got scraped because I was like, this didn't come out the way I wanted it to. And that is the Morphe Jeffree Star brushes, because of course these have recently launched as well. They sold out like 3 times already. They will be back in stock again, but now this is the JS5 brush that I'm going to be using for the crease. To get started with this look, go in with this shadow right here, this nice little matte shadow, and that is called Deserted. With the same brush, but a little bit wiped off, I'm going to go in with this lighter shade right here, which is called Sandy. I'm going to use that to kind of blend out the Deserted shade and just kind of make it look cohesive. So we're getting a good blend going. Now I'm going to go in with the JS6 brush, which is like a nice crease kind of packing brush almost, is what I like to use it for. I'm going to go in with this shadow right here, which is called Toasted. I'm going to kind of use that just on the outer corner, just kind of smoke it inward. Of course, you know the drill. Cut crease canvas from Mega Revolution, and I'm going to use that with a Morphe M224 brush, which is nice for cut creases. And I'm just going to, of course, cut the crease, get it going for this look. Now that this cut crease is done, I'm going to go in with this shadow right here, and this is called Sunning, and I'm going to use that on a flat brush on a Morphe M166 brush. I'm just going to pack it onto the lid. I'm definitely probably going to need to use some setting spray because this one is a very hard pressed pigment kind of color. Okay, so now that the cut crease and the lid color is on, it is time to go in with a little bit more on the outer corner just to get a little bit more of a smokier vibe. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Tan Up, and I'm going to use that on the outer corner with, of course, the JS6 brush. I decided I'm going to do something a little bit different, And I'm going to go in with like a color in the crease, like in the cut crease part. I'm actually going to take the Razor Sharp liquid liner from Urban Decay in the shade Bump. I believe they don't make this anymore, sadly, but it is one of my favorite white liners to do like a cut crease fun look. So what I was thinking about doing was just drawing a thin line through the cut crease to the smoky part and just blending that out and just kind of really sharpening it out. Okay, so as you can see, it did take a drastic turn. It definitely is a little bit bigger than what I thought it would be, but you know what, this side looks good, this side looks okay. I cleaned it up as much as I could, and now it is time to go in with the base before we finish off the eye, of course. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Fluidity Foundation in the shade F160, which honestly is one of my new favorite foundations because it really just works amazingly for me. So buffing this in with my Juno & Co. microfiber sponge before, of course, concealer. For concealer, I'm taking the Mega Revolution Fast Base Concealer in the shade C1, and of course I'm just going to click it up and apply it to the under eyes and everything I need to cover. Now before I go in with setting powder, I'm going to try something that I have not tried yet, and I've been wanting to try it for the longest time because I've seen people online use it, and I'm like, let me just try it. And that is the Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick in the shade Baked. This is like a matte bronzer stick is pretty much what it is, and I really have wanted to try this for the longest time, and I'm finally going to try it today. It's like a nice cream contour. Okay, so in love with that bronzing stick. That looks really good. That I am set and ready to go. It is time to go in with the rest of this eyes. Of course, as you can see, now I'm up close. You can see that this is a little bit wonky, but this one's a lot better, but whatever. I'm going for something different. Let's just appreciate that I want to do something a little bit different. So anyways, it's time for the lower lash line like we always love to do. I'm trying to decide on what kind of tones I want to go for. I feel like I just want to go in with the same colors I used earlier. So I do want to go in with the shade Tan Up right here on the outer corner, and probably I might go in with like this shade for the lower lash line, which is called Naked, and just use that and just blend it out. Now it's for inner corner and brow bone highlight time. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Glow On, and of course I'm going to be using a Morphe setting spray on the brush to make it pop. Now that we are done with the eyes, finally, I'm going to throw on some brows, some mascara, and some lashes, and I will be back to finish off this face with you guys. So now that the brows are on, the lashes are on, we have some Miami by Lily lashes, of course, because we want to go something dramatic with this kind of dramatic eye in a way. I'm going to go in with some blush now. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shade Pool Party. And I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Cash. Now for some bronzer, obviously, I'm going to go in with the new Morphe GLAMABRONZE Face and Body Bronzer, and I have the shade Icon right here. This is actually a really massive size pan. A lot of people are saying it's very similar to the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer, which, I mean, by the pan size alone, I would say yes, but still love my Marc Jacobs one, but it's still a good little, like, affordable-ish dupe. So let's just try this bad bitch on. I also realized that I didn't use the Jeffree Star brushes for like my blush and my contour, but that's okay. I'm actually going to be using the JS2 brush for the rest of this contour because it's a very soft brush. I would definitely not recommend this brush for like a harsh contour because it's definitely very soft, but it's really good for that little forehead action and blending this out. And now using the JS3 brush, which is like a nice contour brush, I'm actually going to use this for the nose because it actually makes a really nice nose contour chisel kind of brush. Now just a little setting mist before I go in with some highlight. I'm going to go in with the JS4 highlighting brush right here. And I'm going to use a highlighter I haven't used yet, which is the Lorac Light Source Mega Beam Highlighter in Gilded Lily. So I'm going to try a little bit of this one, and if it's not enough for me, I'm going to use the Anastasia So Hollywood Loose Highlighter that just launched. Let's see how this is going to be. Now before I go in with lips, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Color Pencil in the shade Chippy. This is like a nice $4 lip liner. I'm just going to line my lips with this. Now for lipstick, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics I'm Nude Liquid Lipstick. Now last but not least, Morphe Gloss in the shade Flower Crown. So there you have it. This is the final look using some new Morphe goodies and some other goodies that I recently wanted to just play with today that I recently got, and I am absolutely loving this look. It's very summertime, it's very edgy, it's very different, but I'm absolutely loving it, so that's always a great thing. So now really quickly, let me go down the line and give you guys my final thoughts on these products that I have used today, starting with the 35G Bronze Gold eyeshadow palette from Morphe. Now I will say it is $25 I believe is the palette, and that's a really good price point, and Morphe always has really good shadows. I will say the mattes blended beautifully and they were pigmented, and I had little to no fallout and little to no kickback with them. But for the metallic shadows, I feel like you really got to dig into the damn pan to get any pigment out of them. I feel like they're very hard pressed this time, which I was not really happy about. I feel like the colors are beautiful and they swatch nicely when you build it up. At the same time, they really are kind of hard to the touch, but like they do work nicely, but you really gotta pack it on. I do feel like the palette is still really great, and I still recommend it because it has some great colors in here, especially for like the summertime, but I wish that it was not so hard pressed on those shadows. And next up I have the GLAMABRONZE Icon Bronzer right here, which is like a nice big pan with a big mirror. This one is $19, so it is definitely, it could be a dupe of the Marc Jacobs, and it would be a nice price point versus that one being like, I guess, $50. But at the same time, I really think this one actually was a nice bronzer, and I definitely will be using it again soon too. This one does come in 3 shades. I really think that it's nice that they came out with a nice big face and body kind of bronzer to go with this whole collection. And now I don't have anything else from this collection. Those are the only 2 things that I purchased from the collection of the Bronze Goals collection, really, but that's okay. I also am going to be talking about the Jeffree Star Morphe brushes. Now, same thing, they have been selling out like fucking crazy. They have sold out probably like 3 or 4 times now, and they sold out in store in Ulta in the first day, like in the first hour, really, nationwide, which is crazy, but proud of you, Jeffree. So honestly, the brush kit, which is, these are not all the brushes by the way, but the brush kit is going to be $49 for the entire collection. I do recommend the brushes. Now, like I said, a lot of people are saying that they're cheap, that they're not made properly or whatever, and that they feather and they do weird things. Honestly, I have not had that issue. I have used these brushes a few times, and I've had little to no issues with these brushes, and none of them are ugly, none of them are out of place. They're still looking pristine and nice and proper. I've had no issues with these brushes, so I recommend them. And I did pick up 3 different sets of this because I knew I was going to need backups for my backups. But honestly, like I said, I do like these brushes as well. It's the end of this really fun bronzy bronze goals look for the summertime. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.